address and everything was still just how they spoke because I didn't know what she was. And they was he was really silent. Like literally silent.
All right, folks. Howdy once again, friends.
Howdy.
Hey, man, let's first of all, let's give it up one more time for Jack and Nora. And I'd also just like to say real quick, I want to start by also saying thank you once again to Kathryn for curating and hosting this night and putting this together and coming up with thoughtful questions to ask. And this whole thing is about building community and musical community, and man, you're killing it. So, yeah, right? And it's my pleasure to introduce everybody here. I think Kathryn needs no introduction. But we have a new friend, Jess Kerber, that's here out of Nashville. And have you ever played in Louisville before, Jess?
No.
First time in Louisville. I'm glad you're here today. I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to turn this thing back over to Kathryn and let you guys do whatever is going to happen next. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathryn Brooks and Jess Kerber.
Thank you guys. Thanks for sticking it out as it becomes the 10 o'clock hour here on a school night. So we're gonna take a note out of their book and probably do a question as we go. But I do want to start off introducing Jess a little bit more. Very similar story to Nora. You moved to Boston, but you came from Louisiana, New Orleans, I guess, or outside of it.
Outside, yeah.
And went to Boston, went to Berkeley, and then now you find yourself residing in Nashville, which is where you guys are headed. Truly tonight, as soon as we're done, they're about to see 65 South,
Yeah.
which is always a nicer drive going down, I said. But I was curious, now that you've lived in 3 cities, and kind of how do those compare? How did you find yourself in Nashville? Thoughts on life and the music scene right now for you?
Yeah, so pretty much as soon as I graduated from Berkeley, literally like the next week, I actually moved to Austin, Texas. So I had a little other guy in the middle there, and wasn't really the vibe for me. Was there for about 8 months. Had this really sad nanny job. Wasn't doing well. Left and moved to Nashville, where I had a good bunch of community already. Lots of like old roommates and friends, and the Nashville scene is definitely an interesting one. It's kind of has these two sides, like the kind of like DIY, kind of like Americana indie side, and also this kind of like really like large commercial, like writers' rounds and big like writers' rooms and like conference center shows side. And I think my biggest takeaway from being in that scene is just, actually what was quite similar to me being at Berkeley, is just being in, it's so hard to find yourself in concentrated spaces, especially as an adult when you're out of school, where everybody's doing a similar thing to what you want to do and everybody absolutely understands all of the different corners and things like that. And so it's just a very comfortable feeling being there with everyone else, just being broke and having job after job and touring, and then they quit their job and then you have to get another job, and everybody gets it, and everybody's down to make dinner at home because we can't go out, and everybody's down to play on each other's records and help out on shows and help them move into new houses, because it's just, yeah, it's like nothing needs to be said. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Awesome. Well, Jess is going to get started here, I guess.
I will.
And we're excited to hear your stuff.
Yeah, this is a song called Two for Shining. Arms wide down the roof, can't get you out of my eyes. the shame when I find you crying. Hiding in my thin skin, I feel you tightly woven in. Soaked in, deep in between, can't wash you out of my dreams. Gotta let you sleep in your peace. That face you make in your eyes, closing both and you blink twice. Once for fun and two for shining. Hiding my thin skin, I feel you tightly woven in. Coming through the opening.
Well, on the record, I did agree to this show before I knew everyone went to Berkeley. And the funny, I'm gonna play a song. I recently released a music video that at least 2 other people in the room were a part of, which is kind of fun. So, yes, and beyond that, we put together a really fun event just up the road that the after party was here, which was really fun, and Jack's video was in that. It was basically a local Louisville music video sampler, big mouthful, but a fun project.
Tell them about that, man, because it was the coolest.
It was so cool.
I guess the quick summary, because I'd love for it to be annual or semi-annual, is that I researched, Lee, who's also in this room, had a video in that too, and is one of the stars of but basically, just living in our era today where art gets thrown online and you kind of, these videos people put thousands of dollars into, or at least just their heart and soul, and it's just goes and lives on YouTube, which is great and a great place to access it, but it was really fun to get a chance to highlight it. We rented out a theater at Baxter and played 20 local music videos straight in a row, and it only, they're short, so it's about an hour and 20 minutes, and it was all videos within the last year and a half. And what I'd love to do in the future is have it be, music video Oscars, and anything that was released last year be able to feature and to showcase the local talent both, and breed a connection between music and film in this city that has such a strong community of both. So that was what that was. This song is actually also a Joni Mitchell tune. It's a circle game, but instead of learning circle game, I got frustrated while learning it and started tapping the guitar, and I thought it sounded really pretty. and I threw my phone on the voice memo and started writing. This is what came out. It's called When I Was. Oh, I was a little girl living in the desert, dreamed of roaming like the weather. And in my backyard sandbox, I was the queen of California. Hiding the hawks in the hills, or so it seemed. And I'd run on the golf course, finding holes in the dark where neither them nor I could be seen. Those were simple days, I needed for nothing, and my room was painted green. But I learned that those were fleeting days, and we only live 100 years at most. So I turned my mind to more serious things, away from the youthful ignorance I could boast. And I will never get my soul back. No, I will never get my soul back the way it was when I was 14. I will never get my soul back. No, I will never get my soul back the way it was when I was 14. Well, we moved across the country, got a big old farmhouse. It was haunted, or so I'd like to believe, because otherwise I was just talking to myself in those hallways. All alone, wishing I could fly. And the boy used me for what he wanted. That's okay, I didn't even cry. But sometimes I still feel guilty when I look up at the sky, saying, what would Grandma do if she knew all that I've been up to? And I will never get my soul back. No, I will never get my
You cannot unread. Learned about politics and the economy. And I saw a lot of things that you cannot unsee. Hardest part was they meant nothing to me. So I let my father pay my rent, and I just watched TV. And I think of how worthless that I am if this is all I need. And I want some forgiveness, so I smile at the homeless man. But I don't cash just like the coffee shop, so I offer empty hands. And his smile turns to a smolder as I use my phone to reroute to find the bar I'm looking for to work this life out. And I will never get my soul back. No, I will never get my soul back the way it was when I was 23. I will never get my soul back. No, I will never get my soul back the way it was when I was 23. Next question. And actually, this isn't, I like this follow-up. I had 2 questions for Jack, and I had like 4 for Jess. Well, alright, I'm gonna save that one, because that'll be a nice one to end on, but, so, back to kind of where we're from, a little bit. Do you find Louisiana roots still in your sound? It was maybe a funny parallel just knowing where you're from, but when I was listening to your songs and reading your bio, I started to get the slightest bit of Lucinda Williams coming through. And I don't know if I've ever been compared to that, but it's I think it's ever so slightly probably in the Louisiana sound. And I guess what do you know, having gone all over, what do you still pull from home?
Yeah, I actually,
Hello. I actually did a project on this when I was a senior in college, this exact thing. But it's funny because my song's about that too. But yeah, when I was growing up, I'm from like a smaller college town, like an hour north of New Orleans. It's actually where Britney Spears is from too. So it's me and her. But yeah, when I was growing up, like me and my friends, it was just like I felt like being from the South was just kind of like this dirty thing, or it was like very looked down upon, or just not like, I don't know. Yeah, like we're the South. We're all the way down here. We don't know what's going on. Nobody tells us anything, and everything's just kind of like a free for all. And I felt that way until I left. And it wasn't, yeah, honestly, until my senior year when I had to do this project, being like, yeah, is there anything that I feel like does my home fit into my sound at all? I started to find that all of the ways that I've learned to cope with things, or all the ways that I've learned of how to find humor in things, and all of the memories I have of learning how to play the guitar, and all of the hours that I wish I could get back of just being alone in my room playing the guitar and just being like, damn, it's so fucking hot outside, so humid. It sounds dumb, but like, I don't know, humidity, like, I don't know, it entered my fingers, yes, no? And, yeah, I don't know if I'm really answering the question, but what I'm saying is now I finally can see that, all of my memories and all of my ways that I know how to be are all tinged with remembering those when I was in my room, or when I was in my like, I don't know, like on a boat, and I'm like, oh yeah, there's like an alligator over there. On a gravel road, on a boat, on a gravel road.
With a gator.
With the gator, Mardi Gras is in the background at all times. Yeah. I don't think it's a big, huge, like, sticking out thing for me. I think it just comes out and, just in tiny memories. I don't feel like I'm answering this question very well. These are very deep, very thoughtful questions.
Yes, you did.
But it's in there, and I'm really enjoying digging it out every time I write a new song. And it's actually, funny, because this next song is about that. The Gulf Coast is constantly losing land. And when I was growing up, they used to tell us, like, the only way they would, like, depict that to us was that we were losing, like, multiple, like, football fields of land every day. Louisiana was. And that was, like, the only way, and I was like, really? Like, football? Okay. And so that's what I still think of. I still think of that. And in like 50 years, the way that we know New Orleans now to be won't really exist. It'll be gone. It's a bowl. New Orleans is a big bowl, and it just takes in everything that falls in. And I think about that, and I think about how, like, southwestern regions will be too hot for people to live in, and I think about how this world that we're in, it'll still be there, but we won't be able to be there with it. And that's so weird to lose our homes and to lose not to be able to access memories physically that we still have. That won't be able to happen. And this song is about that.
Gators.
Gators, it's about gators.
Yeah.
My grandpa was a gator. Think about changing clothes. Think about tie-dyeing. Think about writing a song when I get lonely. Think about the computer, fighting with my sister. Think about calling mom at work to ask for permission. When I think about losing, that I've slowly felt it coming. Think about being southern, the sand on the Gulf Coast. It will become water, the state will be smaller. Think about the shade, think about the bargain. We'll always be middle class, we'll always be floating. When I think about gaining, that I've always felt it taking high. Christmas. When I think about returning, I'm waiting in the graveyard. Thank you. I like cringe a little bit when I do it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I really want to thank Mark for having us here at the Monarch. I've told him, and I feel like 40 bajillion other people, I've been hearing about this place for a good few years now, and I've heard of a lot of beautiful friends that have come through here, and I've only had really, really special and important things to say about it. And yeah, kind of, it makes me feel really, really good that this place exists. I've toured a few times over in Scandinavia, and something that's very special about it is that it's very communal, and they're very, very intentional on making sure that people are taken care of, and people are listening, people are paying attention. And this feels very much like that, and that just does not happen in the States a lot, like at all. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Little bit Scandinavian Kentucky.
Well, we're just gonna keep trading childhood memories here. I'm gonna play a song I don't play a lot. It's one of my mom's favorites, and she's here tonight. And somehow when I was thinking of this show, I thought this would be a nice one to play. And it's nice to have a set that lets maybe the songs individually stand out more. You know, we're trading them, we're getting a chance to really listen, and I'm enjoying that a lot. And I'm enjoying, is that called Changin'? Or is that a new one? You have a single
I do.
You have a single coming out.
I do have a
Changin'.
single coming out, yes, called Changing. That's not it. I actually don't have a name for that one I just played.
Like
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it'll
Don't
be
do that.
Boat on a Gravel Road.
Gator on a gravel road.
That's awesome.
I am the gator.
Well, that was called Gator, and this is called Fish.
There's a creek in my front yard where we had our first kiss, and we used to stand on the banks and watch all little fish. You said, hey, I wonder, where do all these fish go when their pond must be bigger after they've started to grow? I don't know. I don't know. You said others go to big cities, hoping to make themselves free. I said I think I'll discover love and never ever feel alone in the arms of the one they hold dear. They're on the steps of the altar and throne. The days go by and I hope you are fine. Haven't talked to you in years. It's funny how just like those fish, everyone eventually disappears. But everyone has that someone deep within their past, someone to hold on to, someone whose memory will last. Think a lot, remember past loves, and never ever feel alone in the memory of the one they held dear. They're on the steps of the altar and throne. As for me, I will always look for you in the wind and the trees, and I hope you'll look for me in the creeks and the streams, in the creeks and the streams, finding my way to the sea. That's hopefully where I'll be when you come looking for me. If you come looking for me, please come looking for me.
Water theme.
Well, we're both gonna play one more, and then everyone will go to school tomorrow. And it really was special to share this night. I hope that there are many more Musician Mondays, and stick around as long as you want afterward. Hang, like Mark said, as soon as we're off, somebody go bring a guitar out over there, and we'll just hang out all night. But somewhere between hang out all night and go to school tomorrow. That's the happy medium we're reaching with Musician Mondays. My final question for Jess, and honestly it's very similar to, it's been fun to come with a handful of questions and then talk before the show, listen to what you guys say during it, and a lot was answered, including questions I would never have asked, and like just it's fun to know how people are thinking when you go to anticipate how they're thinking. Yeah. But my final question is actually a little bit about that European tour you shared about. I think as somebody who is,
nearly a Francophile and just like loves, to imagine going all over Europe, you kind of did that. You put together a European tour 1 month, and what not only inspired that, but you like a little bit of how, and how was it, and just share that experience.
Yeah, so my partner and I did that tour together. We've done another one since, but yeah, the month-long one, that was actually my first tour ever. And I was also in school while doing it because school was still remote. I was like on the trains in school. And I finished. But yes, yeah. What inspired Europe tour? Honestly, fun. I like to have fun. I don't have a super deep answer to this. I mean, I love to play my music. I love to meet other people who also love to play their music. And I love to have I just love to have like genuine experiences. And it's so amazing to me. Like when Nora and I were driving today through Pittsburgh, like there was like it was like not like a Hooters, but something like that. And I was like, whoever was like managing that, like they have their own lives. Like there's a whole family that they have, and like all of their employees have that family, and nothing allows you to see that more than just like traveling. Now, also it was just like a great way to travel and like pay my way around to do that, because I'm broke. But that was supposed to be funny, but
Just too relatable.
yes, just hurts too much. My answer is fun and music and people, because that's all we have. People. That's literally it. Nothing else. People and cats. And
Yes.
and dogs, if you want to take it out while it's raining on a walk. My partner and I did that tour. It was beautiful. I was in school. I'd never left the country before, and I got to do it doing my favorite thing ever with my favorite person and meeting really genuine, inspiring, real people. Life can be sick sometimes when it's not like sick. It can be like, ooh, sick. And I'm still paying some off of my credit card. So. Yeah, that was it. Fun and music.
Yeah.
That's me. Fun girl.
Amen.
Yes, amen to fun. Now that seasonal depression has left the room.
Yeah.
Thank you for being beautiful, Kathryn, and glowing and shining. I've told Kathryn maybe like 7 times that I love their shirt. I really do. I'm a Capricorn. I cannot lie.
One of my favorites.
This last song is on my EP that I'm releasing this summer. And I have some merch that represents the EP. I have a tote bag. That's the name of the EP, which is these things that go away like water. My beautiful friend Cassidy designed them. And I also have some real life CDs that you can hold right here in your hands. And I have some buttons and 1 t-shirt left. If you are a size large, name your price. Or you could like turn it, you don't even have to wear it. You could turn it into like a pillowcase or a bag, or I don't know, like a bandeau top. That'd be kind of slay. But this song, my mom and I send each other Instagram and TikTok videos a lot. Well, she doesn't know how to use TikTok, but like videos from TikTok that are on Instagram, I send those to her, and she sends them to me. And she's always like send me ones that are like, don't let people dim your fire, and just sweet stuff like that. And so I was like, oh, I can send her one too. And I sent her one that was like, don't like be friends with like porcupine people. And it was like, these are the people that like hurt you and stuff. And I sent it to her, and she's like, is this about me? And I was like, I actually have no idea why you would have gone that far with it, but this is about the porcupine people, and my name is Jess Kerber. The widow's peak, the reaching hand, the one I had loved. Do you understand all this life, all this time? I've let your shadow turn down my life. Here we go, I smell the tears, but it's not why you think they're here. It's how good I feel it live when I sing just to me. The beating of my own drum, it's what Mom said makes this love turn. How could I lose my own song when it's right here, this loud right now? You are smaller than the pain that I've had and killed away the sighs that fit space for two has now become a size too big for
Man, this is lovely. This is gonna sustain me for a while. Glad you all got to be part of it. I'm gonna shamelessly quickly plug that my next show is at Whirling Tiger on April 19th with the Ruin Brothers, and Henry is here in the crowd tonight. And very honored to ask him, and I'm really looking forward to it, so keep it on your calendars. It's Friday night, so it's gonna be the big version of the, Yahoo, exactly. But it's good, and we'd love if you came out, so hopefully see you there. This last one is about, it's funny you mentioned that winter's over, because it technically is spring now. And so we'll play this song a ton more, and I'll let winter and the evening lay to rest. It's just called New Song right now, but we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
I rarely play with a stool too, so I'm feeling a little like, what is that? Pro stool, I know.
Yes.
I'm gonna learn. Tonight I learned. These old winter days and their Kentucky haze, you will never be the same. Yes, you loved her, but you lost her, 'cause you couldn't get out of your way. And you knew it, you shouldn't do it. But that night there was no getting over the pain any other way. Any other way. And yet she lingers on this here guitar. It's got drinks on the counter and dogs in the yard. It's got nights of country music, the songs we all sing. But it don't have the girl, it don't have the same ring. Where you say you'll end it all, we've heard it before. Each time she turned to walk out the door, when the storm would stop, you'd be back on your way. As if nothing had happened, you had nothing to say. All you got left is the love you made. Growing tired of all these repetitive days. Names in her mouth she knew nothing about, yet you asked her to stay and stay. And she stays in the whisper of an unsaid phrase. It's got dogs in the backyard and drinks on the bar. It's got nights of country music wrapped up in his guitar. But it don't have the girl, it don't have the same ring. And you feel like you have nothing. Bye, Winter. Good night, Monarch. Thank you guys so much.
All right, folks, one more time for Kathryn Brooks.